guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from 6X10 Cosplay, and today we are back on the guys with Better Call Saul, episode 10 of season 6.
Nippy.
So, last episode, Kim is out.
Yes.
Like, totally out.
Everyone was dealing with the aftermath of Howard and Lalo and just trying to keep on moving. It's just another day, you know, and it's supposed to be great, but nah, it doesn't work for everyone. Mike went to Nacho's father, tried to, you know, give him some peace, told him about how the Salamancas, you know, were gonna face justice eventually, but he got told by the father that basically that doesn't change shit. Nacho's still dead, you know? So
it's gonna be an endless circle of revenge, not justice.
It is an endless cycle of violence. And Jimmy is really trying hard to just forget that whatever happened, you know, that didn't happen. And he's trying to move on, but Kim is not that good at doing that. And she is actually so torn up with you know, Howard's death that she just can't do her job anymore. So she decided to call the bar and be like, hey, I'm not a lawyer anymore. So she's not a lawyer anymore. And when Jimmy found out, he was like, we can arrange that. But no, she was also, you know, doing her luggage and stuff, and she was getting ready to leave, and she left. And then we jumped to Better Call Saul in Breaking Bad.
12 years later, yeah?
Yes, so I like how people in the comments defined it as, because I mean, that's what happened, but, you know, we saw the death of Jimmy little by little during the show, and this was the final blow. Kim leaving was the last hit to Jimmy McGill.
Oh,
he's dead.
She was the one to
keep him around,
in check, to remind him of who he used to be. Like, you're not all Saul Goodman, you're still Jimmy McGill.
But no, not anymore. Now he's all Saul. You know, trying, like I said, trying to pretend none of this happened. It's easier to put on a mask and have that persona of Saul Goodman. It's all good, you know? And just try to pretend. So she's not around anymore to keep him grounded. I am excited that we are in the Breaking Bad era, because thanks to Aaron Paul during an interview with Jimmy Fallon, I know that we're gonna get a cameo from the two boys.
We don't know when, though.
Don't know when, but it's gonna happen, hopefully, soon. So I'm gonna look forward to that. And some people think it's the last of Kim that we saw last episode, but I have a hard time saying that. I don't think that, you know, this is the end of her character. It doesn't feel like an ending. Like, I'm not saying that, because some people don't believe that Jean reunites with Kim. Maybe not, but I don't think this is the end of Kim. I think we're gonna still see how she ends up. We need that, right?
Well, I didn't feel like we got some sort of closure with
There's no closure.
So I think that would be great for them to have one. Not to end up together at the end of it, because like she said, they are toxic together. But to have some sort of closure by the end of the
well,
the
depends
show,
on how they if they do reunite. It depends on how they reunite. Let's just say that Jean is not the same as Jimmy back then or Saul during Breaking Bad. Like, he's gone through some shit too.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see what happens, but I think we're gonna see Kim again before the end of this. So all right, I say we just jump in. I mean, it's a long recap. I say we just jump in this episode, see what they have in store for us next. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions.
Let's go!
Let's go!
It wasn't like this when I came here before.
Good thing you don't live in Quebec. It would be much higher. Nippy!
Need some help?
I'm fine.
So we're kind of assuming that this is after he decided to take care of the guy that recognized him personally.
I'm sure. What happened to poor Nippy?
I was driving with the windows open, you know, before all this hit. And I don't know, something got into him. Maybe he saw a cat or something, but he jumped.
Oh, no.
If you keep an eye out.
Yeah, well, sure. I live right over here on Clementine. This is my route. When I can get this thing going.
Maybe just a little push.
Well, if you're sure you don't mind.
We're never sure with them, right? Like, we're always wary of what is he truly trying to do.
Yeah.
Which in a way is sad, because that means we can't trust him.
Okay, neutral. And 1, 2, 3.
So is it the brakes or something? Like, dude. My real question
If
is
she's at
how.
the hospital, in the hospital, it could hide in her house though.
What in the world?
He's making sure she's gonna ask for help. I'm like, he cut the brakes. He's gonna cause an accident. I'm always extreme with these
This
guys.
is like Grand Theft Auto, by the way.
Oh, is that his mom?
Oh man.
Yeah. So, you wanted to play with me, mess around with me? I'm in your
Two
house.
can play this game.
Well, he did say he was gonna take care of it. If it was Walter White, I would know for sure that meant. With him, I'm not sure.
Dude, what the fuck? I know it's awkward, right? But you don't have to call me Dad.
Oh
Yet.
boy.
Not yet.
I don't know what this is about, but all I have to do is pick up the phone and it's bye-bye Saul Goodman.
Yeah, but you haven't picked up the phone yet, have you? Because reward money, blackmail, that's not gonna tickle your pickle. I know what you really want. You want in the game.
The game? What game?
The game. Cars, clothes, the cash.
He's a people person. We've known that for a while.
It's fun with all the angles.
And it's working.
Always.
But like, piece of advice, the game ends here. As Jean selling Cinnabon.
Is it worth it?
We just can't get in.
I will show you the game, and then we're done.
Just don't get in cahoots with drug dealers. If they wear hats or are named Salamancas, especially. But in a way, it's a easy and safe way to deal with the problem. It's Saul. It's not gonna involve beating someone up.
First I thought it was
Wedding ring?
Kim's wedding ring, but
They didn't have rings. Did they?
No, they had rings, yeah. It's like slowly by slowly Saul is coming back.
He's trying. Although I do hope for him that it's Jimmy who truly comes back. Saul is a mask. It's just so toxic.
Fair problem?
Why the tech Cinnabons?
Yeah.
Christ almighty, get him in here. Hi. Gene Takovic.
Hey, Gene.
The
Nick
power
here,
of
did
food.
me a solid. So, oh,
But like the thing is, I wouldn't even be surprised if you put something in there.
enjoy yourselves.
You know what? I think he might did.
You might have done
He
it.
might have.
Want to take
Yeah.
load off?
What would be the point?
So, did you catch the game last night?
The game.
Oh man.
What the hell is wrong with
What
this
did you do?
He put on the ring. He put on the
the
ring and then
ring.
brought him back.
With that thumb's a deal breaker.
I'll tell you something. The cooler helmet was the thumb breaker.
Well, I should probably be heading back.
Well, thanks again.
He was calculating how long he's not looking at the cameras.
When he's eating, yeah.
Yeah. Again, our minds always go to the extreme. But that means he plans on doing something here. Always there's a part of me that's like, ah, that's cool to see him do his thing, but in a way, it's nice to see a little bit of life come back to him.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit disappointed. Like, haven't you learned?
You can take away the cook from the game, but you cannot take the game from the cook, you know?
Yeah. Saul Goodman was here. Well, we got some good friends now.
Not for long.
Every time about 3 minutes.
You know, without the second meaning and the second agenda, this would have been so great. Like he's making friends, right?
7, 8, 9. 17, 18. All right, and 17 feet, right here.
That's cool though.
Okay. One, two. All right, let's move. And grab your bag. And go. That's it, move.
3 minutes to steal
Go,
whatever
go,
you
go,
want.
Go, go, go. 1, Armani suits and run. 2, Air Jordan shoes for you.
I was wondering if they were gonna show us at all the
Have to
teaching.
to survive.
Why do I gotta run around like an asshole?
I already told you. 3 minutes.
Why 3 minutes? Because at 3 minutes, that's when security sees you on the cameras and the cops haul your ass to jail. All right, so let's go.
Wait, there's cameras?
Sure, there's cameras. So 3 items, 3 minutes. It's easy. Let's go.
So it's not for himself, but it's enough of a rush
Well, he's
to maybe get him started again.
he's the mentor right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I mean,
Barbara,
Yes?
let's ask maintenance to give this area a polish.
Got it.
Oh no. Someone's gonna be in there.
yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. There's a delivery.
No, stop. You are not leaving that thing on my loading dock. No way.
I was given this address, ma'am.
I need to talk to your supervisor.
It wouldn't be a true Saul Goodman scheme if everything went perfectly, right?
Unless the delivery is part of the scheme.
I'm talking about the mark
The
that
mark,
the
yeah.
maintenance is coming to take care of.
Yeah.
Dispatch, Steve.
Yes, this is Kathy Deutsch. I'm the manager of the Lancasters in Omaha, and you guys just delivered something that we did not order.
I've got an extra truck. I could drive over there myself.
Great. How long till you get here?
If I leave right now, be there in 4 hours.
4 hours? No. How's this? If you promise me that Ricky will get back here by 10 a.m. tomorrow, I'll hold the box overnight.
Yeah, watch his guy in the box get out. The level of commitment, though, he's been doing this for days just so this would work.
Good luck to Lizzie on that spelling bee.
That's called planification.
She's gonna be great.
And commitment.
Yeah.
Hey, hustle.
See, sometimes we don't know what's going on, but
What?
sometimes we do.
What are they gonna do with the maintenance guy?
I don't know. I mean, it shouldn't take too long to clean this.
It
takes
all
a
depends
second.
when he's gonna go inside the shop.
I know.
1, Armani suits and run. Armani. 2, Air Jordan shoes for you.
He even mapped out exactly what he could steal that was, you know, best value, well, more pricey. He's good at what he does.
Something's gonna go wrong. So wrong.
Gotta go, yes, to survive.
I'll tell you plainly,
I'm
you're taking
looking
a
for the
page out of that
maintenance
book.
guy.
9, pricey lingerie is mine. 10, calfskin briefcases for men.
76-yard pass.
He's still got so
Reggie
much time, but
Ball
I'm
and-
just
and
so
never
stressed for that guy.
You have got quite a memory.
Although, like, he's committing a crime. Like, we shouldn't be stressed for him.
Better call Saul.
Stitch your clothing.
Oh. Okay, he came before, but because of that, the floor is wet. If he's passed out. Oh,
man.
shit.
Take your shit
It was
and get
so
out.
close.
Take your shit and get out.
You ask me.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Powerhouses, of course. But, you know,
Pretend you're falling again. Pretend you're just fainting. Or that.
What am I doing?
What?
Look at me.
I don't know. I don't know.
Look at me, look at me.
I got
Well,
I,
you really got no one.
Lost his wife too.
I got no wife. If I die tonight, no one would care. I'm sure that you mean a lot to lots of people. If I died tonight, my landlord would pack up my stuff. Cinnabon would just hire a new manager. Gene who? Poof. I'd be gone. I'd be...
I do love that whenever he does this, there's a little bit of truth that comes out every time.
Always.
Less than a ghost, I'd be a shadow. It'd just be nothing.
Stop looking, man. It's suspicious. Dude, what the fuck?
Is he going back?
Or he was meant to leave, not in the box, but through the actual door.
I don't know.
Everybody has bad days. You felt like this?
No.
No, not me, but people. I think a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, it's just like life's ups and life's downs. Thanks so much for listening. Yeah, no problem.
That got hot for a second. Really close. Just hope he didn't, miss anything, drop anything. It was an epic fall. But then maybe it's a cool reminder that, it's fun to play tricks and stuff, but whenever it gets close like this, there's always a chance it goes bad. And he knows what happens when it goes bad.
You become Gene.
You become Gene.
You guys enjoying yourselves? Well, hold on to that feeling, because this is it. You transported stolen goods with a value exceeding $5,000, and the truck you used to do it was rented in Council Bluffs across state lines.
You told us to rent the truck over there.
Theft from an interstate shipment, up to 10 years.
He's got blackmail
of stolen goods,
material.
another 10 years. Sale of stolen goods, 10 years. Conspiracy to commit a federal crime.
Oh, it was your idea.
Yeah. It's called mutually assured destruction. So, if I go down, you go down.
Just remember that. No, of course, he was doing this to cover his ass.
And if you get greedy and you decide to come back for more, don't. Gene Takovec, you never heard of him. Dude. Now I need you to say it. We're done. We're done.
They're not done. Honestly, I do not think that these guys are done with it because they got a taste, and for them it was so easy.
No, they're
to
gonna
do.
be done with it because, if they come back, he's got blackmail material. So why would they come back?
I'm sure that they're
Not
gonna
with
try.
him.
I'm sure that they're gonna try to do something again.
Something's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna be them coming back. They would be stupid to come back. But now he's got taste of his old life again. It's like a scheme, it got close to not working, but it did work.
There is a trail with the risk, though.
He knows if it wasn't for the secret identity, he knows he could go back, He wants to wear that. He wants to be Saul Goodman again because he's miserable. No friends, no love life, no nothing. But this gives him something. So doesn't fit. Oh boy, Jimmy, you need to stop.
Putting Saul Goodman's life behind once again.
His big problem is that he's never been satisfied with being Jimmy McGill, because that brought issues with his family, issues with his brother, issues with a job. He was told he wasn't good enough. He was told he wasn't gonna do anything great in his life. So the Saul Goodman persona led to that path of schemes and that path of trickery, which he's really good at, I'll admit. Once again, this was pretty good. It was almost over in a moment.
He's good at what he's doing, that's for sure.
He's got commitment, he's got people skills, he's got passion for this, he's got good skills, and it's so frustrating because if he took those skills and he used them for something better, he would be
Something
so
good,
great.
something
Yes,
legal.
and he is actually a good lawyer, right?
Yeah.
It's just that fuck, and he's got it in his heart to help people, but whenever he is trying to be that person, there's always someone there to remind him, oh, you know, you fucked up. You know, Chuck is dead because of you, or you know, you're like Kim had the hit too. She was addicted too, so she brought him back in. You know, there's always something to remind him that he's always better when he's doing schemes, and now he's got a chance at a new life. But what he said to the security guard was all true. He's got no one in his life. He's completely alone.
Parents dead, brothers
yeah.
dead, Kim's left.
I mean, not all because of what he did, but some of that was the result of stuff he did, but he doesn't realize. It's like, oh, life fucked me over, and now I'm stuck here as Jean, and I am unhappy because he can't be Saul,
Yeah.
and he can't be Jimmy.
No.
So Jean has no one, and so yeah, I get it. Like the little taste of what he used to be, it's interesting, and it worked, so it's even more interesting.
We did so many times that Jimmy / Saul / Jean has a habit to not take accountability for his actions, right?
Well, yeah, because he likes to say, "Oh, I mean, it's something you do when you've been a victim." I'm not calling out any victims, but it can happen when you've been a victim for so long. You know, you start throwing accountability because, like, yes, Chuck is accountable for what happened to Jimmy and for how he was treated. And Jimmy has never, you know, laid the blame on Chuck. But after a while, it got so intense, like he got enough of it, so he started throwing the blame. And I think because he was a victim so much, he's got a hard time accepting the blame again, you know? He took it so much from Chuck, and he found out that Chuck had never really trusted him, never truly believed in him, and he actually put sticks in his wheels. That's a French expression, I think. So I'm sorry if it doesn't exist in English, but yeah, les bâtons dans les roues. Basically, Chuck has been fucking him over because of jealousy. Like, he's been putting obstacles. Yeah, he's the one that didn't want him to, you know, graduate in the firm and stuff. Like, he never truly believed in him because of personal issues. Because, yes, of course, because of stuff Jimmy has done. But after a while, you gotta forgive and forget, or move on at the very least. You can't hold accountable someone for past mistakes constantly, especially if that person is trying to change.
Sure.
So Jimmy was taking the blame. Ah, shit, I'm a fuck up. I'm the one who did that. And he got reminded, you know, whenever I'm down and I do something great, it turns out to be some shitty things, and it leads to consequences. So Chuck just laid into him, and Howard laid into him. People laid into him, and eventually he found out that one of the reasons why it didn't work for him in his career was because of these guys. So I think he reached,
Chuck.
Yeah, and I think he reached a point. Well,
Howard did what Chuck asked him to do.
But I think he reached a point as a victim. He reached a point where he wasn't capable. Like, he was so tired of being the one to blame all the time that now, even when he's the one to blame, he just automatically rejects it. Like, I've done enough. Like, this is actually, because I mean, this is something that makes him feel good. This is something that Kim realized last episode, you know. She was having fun doing this, so how could that be bad? But then Howard died. So she's like, fuck, we're toxic for each other and other people. Because even if I like this, here's the consequences. So she figured it out. He never did, because it became his safe haven. Something he can be good at, something he can control.
The only thing that he had left, because everybody that he knew or might have cared about were dead or gone, because she left.
Yeah, and in his mind, like, he's not doing anything wrong. He's helping people because the system screwed them over. So why not? Because he got screwed over too, so why not?
Yeah,
it's always his...
Those customers kind of screw themselves.
Not necessarily.
With their actions.
Not necessarily, but yeah.
Most of the time.
I'm just saying that's how he justifies it, I think, in his mind, you know? I got screwed over, so now I'm taking back what I should have had, which is success.
This is my due, basically.
Yeah, I should have had success. They took it from me. I think I don't remember when he did that, but I do remember, I think he did a speech.
He did something like that, yeah.
Yeah, with the students who were getting, you know, financial aid, I think. I mean, I remember him giving a speech about how he should have gotten the fame, he should have gotten the job, he should have been great, and he couldn't be because other people decided he wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now he's just taking back. So as Saul, he thinks, or at least as that's how he justifies it, he takes back what he believes has been stolen from him. And that feels great. But now he can't be Saul. And as Gene, again, he does that a lot whenever he needs to. The best lies are the ones that you mix in with the truth. In that moment, he was panicking. I think a lot of that was true with, the hesitation when he said Chuck died and doesn't have a wife. Like, all of that weights heavily on his shoulders. And it does hurt because he's been depressed as Gene.
Well, when you got nothing left to do when you got home, like no one to talk to, just watching TV,
and the stress, the constant stress.
There's a constant stress. Yeah. You think over stuff like it is true. If something happens to him right now, no one would care about it.
And for a
no
guy,
one would look for it.
For a guy who used to be Saul Goodman and he wants that legacy, there's also the idea, like Walter was a bit like that as well. It's the idea that if you die, you leave nothing behind. No one remembers.
No legacies.
No legacy, exactly. So, yeah, he's miserable. That's why I'm like, okay, a taste of his old life back here was definitely easy to get addicted to. He put the ring on because he went back there in that little safe haven.
Put on the mask on.
He put on the motivation, the thing that, that ring, which I confused for Chuck's ring. So it's been a while.
I know, but I thought it was Kim's wedding ring.
Yeah,
honestly.
That would have been better, but still. In any case, that ring is a reminder of what he's good at. It's just, there's that other path for you. Remember, there's always this that you can go back to, your safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really have a choice to go back there, but I think he had a lot of fun doing that. He felt confident. Like you were talking about, I was talking about how he got more open with the security guard, and you were saying, he did his research. But what I meant was just the confidence was more showing. He was definitely more at ease later. It could be because he spent time with the guy and he truly became more confident, but I feel like he got so confident in the lie.
Well, I think a bit of both, because the first time he didn't know what to talk about, so he just tried to mingle with him, tried to talk with him.
But I think it was
afterwards,
more like,
he did his research about the team, that thing that might interest the security guard.
I think it was, well,
so,
I choose to believe.
He was more comfortable in his lies.
Yeah, but I don't think that's not how I took the moment. I took it more as he was getting back on the horse and it was a little clunky at first, and then eventually everything came back, just how easy it is to lie. Like you saw the guy when he came out of the bathroom and he was leaving the store, how stressed he was because it's the first time he does it. It doesn't come naturally to him, which, by the way, as soon as he started having doubts, that's when he should have quit. That's usually, whenever you feel that something's wrong, that's pretty much when you decide, oh, okay, maybe it is wrong. So that's when you quit. But for Saul, it comes easy. For Jimmy, it comes easy. And I think I saw him, ease into the lie and just go back home, basically. He was back in that place again. And it got close. Like, the moment it almost fucked up and he got stressed. Yes, it's adrenaline. And it ended up working. So maybe he's happy about this. Like, he was definitely more, he was pepped after this. But then he got out and he's still alone. Nothing changed. So he goes back, sees the thing. Like, how easy would it be to be back and be Saul? But you can't.
Speaking about those guys.
Wait, let me finish that thought. So, yeah, that reality kicked in. But the moment it almost messed up and he was stressed, I almost wish, realize, dude, it always comes close to fucking up. And whenever you do something, it's never enough. You always up the schemes and you always go more. And eventually when it fucks up, it's going to be someone dead in your fucking restroom, in your house, sorry. So, he's an addict. That's as simple as that. He's addicted to his lies and to that persona.
But he doesn't learn.
Well, that's...
When he was still Jimmy/Saul, Howard died. But he went back at it. But
he went back. No, but he went back to it because Kim left.
Yeah,
and
he left.
I will say, I think the best way to heal him, the best way to get rid of Saul Goodman, is for Jimmy to realize that he's got something as himself out there. you know, something that fulfills him out there. Right now, there's nothing. So, like, unless Kim comes back and they can rekindle in the 3 episodes that are left,
Yeah.
he needs to find that something that fulfills him outside of the schemes. But for now, I don't see it. Like, I have a hard time seeing it, so I don't even want to imagine him.
Sorry for the nose, guys.
Yeah, they're renovating. What did you want to say about the 2 guys? They're brothers, right?
I think they're brothers, yeah. I don't think that they're done with it because
Why?
yeah, they got close, but I think that they're gonna try to do something on their own
They could.
because they got the trail and with their faces.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. They could try something on their own. Why would that matter to Gene? He literally told them, if you take me down, if you come back to me and stuff, he's got material for all of them to do prison. He would be like, he's got nothing left.
True.
So, yes, they got the thrill. Yeah, of course they got the thrill. It worked. So they're happy about it, and they probably thought, oh yeah, we'll do more schemes together. That's going to be great. But
So
for Jimmy,
easy
it's
to
like,
do,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, for Jimmy, it's life or death. If his identity comes out, if he gets, you know, caught in a thing like this, he's done. He's going to do way more than 10 years. So he cannot afford to fall for that again, although I think he wants to. So, yeah, he made them understand that it's over between them. Yes, he's got he's still got a relationship with the mother. He's got to keep that personality going, that lie going. He can't just disappear. It's going to look weird. But I don't think, like, even if the guys want to do schemes, why? They're going to end up in jail. He literally told them, you come back to me, it's over. And it's not like just an empty threat.
Yeah.
So maybe they do something else. But I don't think they're stupid enough to do
They could
something.
be.
Why?
They could be.
No, but it's
Always,
nothing.
always
leads to-
expect the extreme. Always.
But that won't work. It's not even a question of maybe. It's just no. He said if you come back, it's done. I've got too much to send you to jail. He made sure he had enough to send them to jail.
Yeah. And by the way, which crowd do you think that Son
Could
messed
be
with
any
in
crowd.
Albuquerque?
Could be any crowd.
You
Could
think
have- if it's a drug
you think with
thing-
some people we might know?
Maybe. We literally know a lot of the criminals in Albuquerque at this point, so maybe. Depends on when they left.
True.
I was trying to remember if we heard the name Jeff in Breaking Bad, but all I had
Yes,
was
Jeff.
like, my name is Jeff.
Sorry, guys.
Still. In any case, I think this episode shows one thing. Like you said, you can take the crook out of the scheme, but you can't take the scheme out of the crook. It's an addiction. It was already hard for him to leave that life back when he had the chance. Now he's been forced, and it's so easy for him to go back in, and he still got it. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous because all of this is what led you to live this miserable life. And I mean, I say miserable, it's not that miserable. If he
For him,
wasn't
it is.
stressed enough, like, fucking Jesse is doing the same thing in Alaska, and I'm pretty sure he's enjoying it. It's better than being dead.
After everything Jesse went through, I
Like-
think that this is heaven for him
It's
right
because
now.
you compare what Jesse was doing before versus what Saul was going through before, and yeah, Saul has a lot more things to miss. But still, for him, it's miserable. He's been depressed, he's been having panic attacks, but like, if he just calmed down, if he started trusting the vacuum guy a little bit, and started making friends, although I will admit, he does have a reason to be a bit stressed, because he found a guy who knew him right there.
True.
So he's not technically completely safe. But he's got a job. He's got a house.
Potential friends.
He's got friends. He could have friends if he opened up.
If it was real with them, you mean?
It's just not enough for him.
Because you think that it was real, it's just...
But no,
Well,
he's never
just-
gonna go back there. Or I mean, if he does, it's really because he's lonely. Like I said, like with the mother, it's the same thing.
No, I
like
meant the
this-
security
Yes,
guard.
but it's the same with the mother. You can't just leave after the scheme is done. It's way too suspicious. You've been meeting up with them
Day
every
after
day.
days.
You kind of need to keep it up a little bit, unless you're not that good at what you do. Like in my mind, you need to keep it up a little and then come up with a reason why you're not gonna come back. But it was all about manipulating them, so it's not like he's got a real relationship with them. They probably think they do, but it's not real. Not for him.
Could try.
He could try, but he's too stressed. If he gets too close to someone, they might figure out my identity, and then I'm fucked, and I'll have to move again.
Oh man.
All right. Anyway.
So, that was episode 10.
Yes.
Only 3 left.
I'm happy we spent it in the future, because we didn't get the
all black and white.
The usual scene at the beginning of the season. So now they give us an entire episode. I'm happy about that. And it's probably not going to be the last one, because we need the closure of this, but I was happy to spend some time here. And only 3 episodes left, yeah. How is this gonna end? Seems like not enough episodes. Well, I mean, yes, and at the same time, no.
Knowing Vince Gilligan is gonna
be great.
Be great for the ending.
Yeah.
I'm expecting something like I'm gonna feel content with it, like happy with it.
We'll see. Depends on how it ends. It depends. It's gonna be hard to beat Breaking Bad. Okay, so this is it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the full reaction to this, it's on our Patreon. The link is in the description below.
Yeah, the next one will be out on YouTube next week, guys.
Yes.
So see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.